Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Just wanted to show you some of the progress that I've been making in our garden or in our backyard. Over the winter, I've put some of these old pieces of wood and tree branches and some rocks that I've gotten over time, and I've got a fire area over here now. I'm still working on my pathways here with some mulch, and I've got a new shed back there for my lawnmower, but I have not put the lawnmower in there yet. Just finished this last weekend. All of the beautiful Thalia daffodils have been are spent. Well, you can see some of them are still, yeah, they're about to fall apart here. But anyway, and there's our beautiful new baby, fur baby. That's Trixie. And over here is Dee Dee. So they've been really enjoying and exploring the backyard. And so, okay, so let's just walk through here. I've got some beautiful butterfly dancing bushes, I think they're called. And I've got some, I think they're called Misty Blues. I'm not sure, but they're starting to pull through, pop up. I put some wildflowers in this bed here, but I'm hoping that that'll come through. It takes a while for that. I think it's like about 90 days. So let me come through here and show you what's going on. I have not gotten any mulch to put down over here. And so we have, I'm gonna put, I can't put cardboard under here, but because I don't have enough, but I have cardboard underneath the pathways here. So I've got a Japanese maple tree here. I'm not sure what type it is. I also have a double play candy corn spirea. And I also have a kaleidoscope lobelia and another spirea and a kaleidoscope lobelia and another spirea there. All right, I don't know why I'm losing my train of thought, but as you can see, some of the grass or weeds are growing through here, so I might have to put another thicker layer of sorts. So, all right, so over here we got some beautiful hydrangeas. They're coming through really nicely. Another bunch of hydrangeas over here. And I think this is, I can't remember what type, it's a dogwood. I don't know, it's not a regular dogwood where the flowers come in first. They put the leaves first, and I think they put their flowers afterwards. I'm not sure what that one's called. So working through that. Got some creeping Jenny there and another hydrangea right there. This is some I think there's Virginia creepers in there. So I gotta be careful because some of it is poison ivy as well, so I have to go through there and check through what's going on there. Here's another Japanese maple tree. I don't know what type this is. I'll have to find that out. And here's a beautiful Chapel View cedar. I can't remember what type of cedar this is. The dogs hear another dog barking. All right, so now we're gonna make our way through the reflecting garden. We've got a beautiful kaleidoscope lobelia. I named after my godson, that's Alex, and then Xavi is right there. Right here we've got these coral drift floral bushes. They are starting to bloom, but I also have a problem. This is a problem right there. It is rose rosette disease. I've been pruning them back, so I'm not sure how to get rid of this. I've heard and I've seen that people saying to just pull it completely out because it will spread, and remove it completely and burn it. And I'm a little bit upset about that because all three bushes, or two of them, have it over there. One or two have it over here. So yeah, I'm not happy about that. And I have to think of something else to put there. look at this blood good Japanese maple. This is Guapo. My wife named him Guapo for handsome in Spanish. She loves him. So we're enjoying that. Okay, so last time I did a tour, I didn't show, I had opened up this pathway. There were rocks all the way across here. And then I ended up opening up this pathway here and another pathway over here. There was rocks right here. So now this is the Enchanted Forest. As you can see, there's some decorative wreaths and that will basically have the clematis. Can't remember what type of clematis it is, but they're already starting to work their way through. So I'm hoping that that'll fill up really nicely in there. And we've got some azaleas, encore azaleas, working their way through. They've already, some of them already put their flowers, but some are still pushing and working their way through. Got some beautiful encore azaleas. We had some candy tufts right along here, these little smaller bushes. You can see right there. They are candy tufts, but they already have been, they're spent. So, and we have this beautiful American cedar here, American Eastern cedar, and some, we have gardenias, loropetalums. So they're working their way through, and they also have some tiny tough stuff hydrangeas. So they're starting to do really, really nice. I think I might have to pull them forward a little bit. So I've got 1, 2, 3, there's 2, there's the third one here, and there's the fourth one. And these are named after my aunts and my wife's aunts. This is called the Auntie's garden bed. So all these azaleas are named after them. It's just for fun, enjoying the space. Okay, let me go around this way. So this is a white pugster. It's a butterfly bush, and named after my father-in-law. You can see the little plaque here. So we were remembering him there. Beautiful crown margarita, climbing rose bush, or not bush, but just climbing rose. They're about to open. I mean, they're literally about to open. So I have to be careful with these. I pray that these little mites that are causing the rose rosette problems are not going to spread over here, but I don't know. I'll be devastated if it is. Anyway, so here's another, this one is a ruby red dwarf butterfly bush, and that one's named after my dad who passed away as well, so we're commemorating him. I've got another Eastern white cedar or American cedar, I can't remember the type. So she's growing really, really, really beautifully there. We got a beautiful gardenia who's starting to have a lot of buds about, but I don't think they're gonna bloom yet. I don't think so. We got some dianthus right here. And okay, so let's keep going over here. We got some beautiful creeping jennies underneath the apple tree named after my son Matthew. She already put all her flowers, or he put his flowers already. So we've got these creeping jennies. As you can see, some of the black stones, I try to make a pattern as a sundial, and I call my son the sun, or my son, S-U-N. And so I was trying to do a pattern here with some black rocks against the pea gravel, and it looks really, I need to come back in there. The creeping jenny is growing a little too far out. Anyway, a firecracker crepe myrtle here, and we also have some dianthesis underneath that one, and that's named after my my beautiful cousin who passed away from brain cancer a couple years ago. So I have that tree in honor of her. Beautiful smiley climbing roses. They put a beautiful yellow rose. And here is another firecracker, crepe myrtle. Sorry, I couldn't think. So that's named after my cousin Millie, who also passed away from cancer. So yeah, got a couple of these. I believe they are penstemons, or they are I can't think of the word right now. Midnight Masquerade penstemons. That's what it is. Sorry. So those are all around here at the base, and we've also got some garden phlox that are growing here. But I think because they spread, which I love, I'm not upset about that. So we're gonna let that keep on going there. Another Midnight Masquerade. Another, actually not another, but here is a Fire Chief Arborvitae. Soft touch holly right here. Let's see if I can come over here really quickly. Bird baths. We've got some Agastache or Agastache. I can't remember what their names are. I got them for like $3 on clearance at Lowe's, and so I thought I'd put them in there. I've got some beautiful ornamental oregano. Rose bushes. Oh, this is a butterfly bush. I think it's a Miss Molly butterfly bush. And we've got a beautiful rose bush that my neighbor gave me, and I named it after her. Another semi-dwarf butterfly bush here. So I had to prune that back in the early, well, I said early spring, but late winter, so not too long ago. And I've got another rose right here that I got a stem of. I'm hoping it'll do really well because I have a pattern I'm trying to achieve. So we got roses, butterfly bush, roses, butterfly bush, and then the roses over here. So this is the other rose, and this one is given to us by our neighbor as well. So she gave me two, so I named it after her as well. Anyway, so that's looking really pretty there. Last year, really quickly, I expanded this walkway. The rocks came across this way here, and I ended up removing the rocks and just expanding the bed here. And so now we've got what I'm calling my wife Talitha's garden patch. This one over here is Gabriella's garden patch after my daughter, and this one here is my son's Matthew's garden patch. And we've got a beautiful apple, nope, that's a plum tree. We've got these beautiful flowers already starting to bloom. It's quite fun. I can't remember, I think they're pin cushion flowers, I'm not sure. And Gaillardia, I can't remember that, but they're starting to bloom. So I'm happy about that. These are echinaceas, so they're starting to push through, they're breaking through. And we also have some phlox, but they're a different type of phlox, like I can't remember the name of it. It's just a color from Proven Winners. It's like a coral type of really bright orangey yellow, not orangey yellow, but orangey red. So that's in there. Okay. So just recently, like as of like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was able to finish up my little bed encasement with these beautiful rocks as you see here. So I'm gonna come on this side over here. I got beautiful lavender. This is the other side of where I was, really ornamental oregano here. All right, I wanted to add this into this little segment here. So in my head, I have my friends that I follow. I don't know them, and I'm sure they don't know me, but I purchased this from Jenny at Creekside Nursery in Dallas, South Carolina. Anyway, so she's helped me, and some of the others have really helped me mentally, emotionally, everything wonderfully in gardening. So I named these after Jenny and her mom. I can't remember what her mom is. I think it's, nope, I'm not even gonna try to think what her name is, but I've watched so many of her videos where she goes to visit her mom's yard or garden. It's been so many years of established, and it's just one of the most peaceful, most beautifulest things I've ever seen. And so, yeah, so that's right here, Miss Jenny and her mom. I think that will be her mom right there, and then these two are Miss Jenny. So I'm sure they'll grow into each other. Yep. Okay, and now I have these beautiful agastache that I got, but I got the idea from Steph from Hooked and Rooted. So I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like these people are my friends in my head, you know, and they probably don't know me from Adam, but they've been really helpful, all of them. So this one I named after Steph. So these two are Steph's. Agastache, I can't remember the name of the flower, but I'll in terms of the color, but it's like a beautiful orange color that she had mentioned, and I found it on clearance at the Lowe's that she was talking about, but over here in Georgia. And then over here, right next to her, is a Midnight Penstemon, Midnight Masquerade Penstemon. So this one is named after Laura from Garden Answer, who I love as well. So she's my friend as well. So, you know, if she reads or sees this video, just know that you're my friend in my head. So I named this after you. And yeah, I'm just excited about that. We have a wormwood. I can't remember the type of plant this is, but it spreads like it's a great ground cover. So I'm hoping it was all in here, like it was all in here last year, and somehow it just, I guess the winter got to it really good with the cold and stuff like that, but I think it'll keep pushing through there, so I'm hoping that it'll do really nicely. Hey Trixie. Hi. All right. Okay. We got a beautiful, I think this is, what is this? A beautiful midnight, no, not midnight, sorry. It's a petunia. It's like a wave petunia, but a different type. I can't remember what it is. We got some over here in this pot that I forgot to show you. All right, so this is, we came in that way, came across over here. This is the archway to enter into the garden. So we have 3 entryways. This one here, that one there, and that one there. Oh yeah, I forgot, the dollhouse here. I've been, as you can see, it's a little tattered from, we just had a really bad storm, and so I've got to go back up there and fix the shingles and repair that. And yeah, I've been working on trying to do a chicken coop for the chickens, but we have inherited and adopted these beautiful miniature schnauzers. This one is, like I said, this is Trixie, and then Dee Dee's somewhere. I don't know where Dee Dee is. She's probably roundabout, but I just couldn't, I don't have the time to focus on the chickens right now. Just a lot going on, so but I will finish this chicken coop. I already started to work on the frame. I gotta paint, I gotta fix the shingles, and I've gotta make the holes and all that other stuff that's required to make it a functional space for them, so that way they are healthy and happy in there. All these are Arizona cypresses, and they're doing really, really well. And then over here I have, I can't remember the name of the bush here, but they're looking really pretty. These little yellowish ones in between, they're working really nicely over there. And there's my lawnmower, which is supposed to go inside the new shed. Oh, let's go over here. All right, so I've just cleaned out this bed. So this bed here is named after my sister Jeannie. So this is Jeannie's garden patch. So we've got some beautiful peonies, but they're not ready to pop fully yet. So we're just waiting to see what that's going to do. And then we've got a whole bunch of seeds in there. We're hoping that it'll keep pushing some beautiful milkweed and impatiens and gomphrena. And over here, what's this name? Like I said, we had a rainstorm literally a couple days ago, and it's pushed some of the mulch and the stuff that we've had in there. So I got to go back in there and replenish that, but I don't want to disturb the ground too much. But anyway, We got a spirea here. We got some coreopsis, and we had some lavender here and here, but they are gone. Sad about that. Beautiful coreopsis is right here. We got a Alberta spruce, dwarf Alberta spruce, and here we've got a beautiful dancing butterfly bush. We've got this beautiful penstemons are starting to open up here, as you can see. Got some irises that are trying to work their way through and open. And irises are starting to open up here, but they're not ready yet. And there's the peonies on this side. They are about to pop. Isn't that pretty? All right, garden phlox. We've got a lot of gomphrena. All of this is gomphrena seeds, so I'm sure that we'll get some gomphrena before you know it. Irises, midnight penstemons, salvias. We had a salvia here, here, and here. I don't know what that is. It's just tissue. So, got our beds working in their magic. And I'm waiting for the wave petunias to come out in the nursery. So once I get my hands on that, I'll put that in here. I don't know what these red ones are. They've come back for the past 2 years, so I'm not angry. I'm happy about that. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Okay. I've been pulling some weeds, as you can see right there. Blueberry bush, named after my son Matthew, and got some dianthus, creeping Jenny. I gotta cut some of that out, pull it out from the sidewalk. It's a lot of weeds growing in here after the rain and the wind and all that other stuff, so I'm gonna keep that cleaned. There are some daisies here, or asters. I can't remember what they are, but they're just growing in there, and I'm happy with that. I'm not upset about that. We got some dianthus. We got a red one and like a soft pinky lavender one here. Lavender over here, and iris is back here. We have also that's starting to, we just cut them back, but Mexican petunias, so they'll be all up against the back fence there. So that'll be something more for the summer, and I think that'll look really pretty up there. And then we've got a beautiful Rose of Sharon. This one is a white version, and over here on the side back there by the garage is another Rose of Sharon, but that one's a purple one. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. Oh, this is an autumn sage. So that's already, I pruned that back, so that's gonna start popping. You can see it already red, and the hummingbirds just love that. And we've had over here some oregano, not oregano, what do we have? Basil. Beautiful in these pots, so I'm hoping that they'll come back in the summertime. So guys, this is what this is a little quick tour of what's going on in our backyard, and it's looking really pretty. It's a lot of work to clean up all the weeds and clean up cutting grass and stuff like that. So it's already had 2 cuts already for the season, which is really interesting. But it's a fun thing to see and appreciate, because the flowers are going to come in the next few weeks. More flowers. Everything is going to come into fruition. All the moving around and some of the babies that I find inside the pathways here, I've been using those and hoping that that'll keep pushing some really nice flowers and filling up in areas. I think I'm done for now. So I hope you guys are having a great, wonderful time in your gardens. Enjoy, have fun, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.